dance and costume. And it's a Renaissance festival. A Renaissance means we go date back to what ideally our ancestors. When you say preserve, that's what you mean. We want to date back and see what is it that they used to do, what did they used to eat, what did they used to wear, and we basically wanted to showcase that so that we can preserve what it is that is who we are. Number two, another mission of the Elgon Festival is to educate the younger generation so that they cannot forget who they are and where they come from. That's a big one for us, and we would encourage, especially parents, to bring their children to learn about all these cultures, to experience the foods, to ideally understand why we did things a certain way, what worked for us, what did not work, so that we can have a future that is actually seen and we can determine what it will look like just knowing where we came from. And number three is to entertain. As you know, all the cultural performances are all very entertaining. We want tourists to come and see the beauty of our cultures, to see the beauty of our dances, to see the beauty of who we are. And so that's another aspect of the Elgon Festival. The overall vision of the Elgon Festival is to make this an international culture tourism product. We know that the uniqueness of who we are is an attraction to so many people. You do know that MBALE is the second largest carnival in the world. So with that, how do you make economic sense out of that for our people? If we have this as an international culture tourism product, imagine how many people would visit this town just to see that. The Karamojongs are so amazing. They have like this amazing culture, an amazing aura. So we have all these people coming in. I would actually like to name all the ethnicities so that people can know who's coming in. We have the Karamojong, we have the Teso, which is also Kenya, Uganda. It's both sides. So the Atekere, all will be represented. We'll have Basoga coming in, Bagwere, Banyole, Bamasava, Samia, Japatola. Did I miss somebody? And Sapin. Oh, and Sapin. How could I forget? And Sapin. So we have those nine ethnicities who are going to be represented, and we're really excited for everybody to see what's coming. Oh, and plus we have entertainment from our young artists, from the older generation, and mostly from here. We have three major national artists. That's just to help us pull in the crowds, but mostly we are very interested in promoting our local talent. So yeah, that's basically what the festival is overall is all about. Thank you.
As a government agency in the promotion of tourism in the eastern part of Uganda.
Thank you very much. Once again, Moses is my name. I'm here to present my senior audit, tourism, who is in another meeting, and the manager himself, who is also very busy, preparing for his handover somewhere. Yeah. First and foremost, Elgon Festival is something that is so great to us. It is something that has come up, and we really appreciate it so much. We really appreciate Elgon Festival. The organizers of Elgon Festival, we really appreciate and organize you, the way you've organized it, and the way you're preparing the organization. We really appreciate you so much. It is something that is preparing our cultures and bringing up togetherness in the cultures around, let's say from Busoga region, because Elgon cuts all over from Jinja as the Nile crosses up to Kotido. So that is all Elgon region. It's really a big region, and thank you for bringing all that unity together and the cultures together. As UA, we are also part of this. We really look so much forward to support much of the cultures in Uganda. As we know very well, cultures promote up to 70% of our tourism in the world. It's really a very big house that plays a big role in promoting tourism Wherever you go, if you go even to Brazil, it's all about culture that promotes tourism. So with us in Elgon, we look at our cultures as very important players in promoting tourism around our region.
Senior Public Relations Officer, MBALE City Council, and why we come together to work with the Elgon Festival organizers is we are looking at different things. The direction of planning in the government generally is turning towards tourism as one of the biggest foreign income earners for the country, and then government cannot do that until otherwise the local communities, the local governments across begin working with the local communities and the private sector in their respective areas to promote areas of tourism. That's why MBALE comes in, and if I can give a quick one, the Elgon Festival expect that it may attracting not less than 5,000 people. And if we only attracted 5,000 people, and on average somebody is spending at least 30,000 shillings in what? In MBALE during the 3 days, spending 10,000 on a daily basis, then we shall have 5,000 times 30,000. That alone in 3 days shall have brought to MBALE City Council about 150 million shillings injected in the local economy. As a MBALE City, what are we getting from that? If they are going to pay taxes to us, if the people had failed to pay taxes, at least we shall not have less than 20 or 30 million shillings paid to MBALE City Council in terms of what? In terms of taxes. That is the reason we join in with the Elgon Festival and appreciate the organizers for coming up with a vision of making this an annual event that we shall have it. Our plans right now, as I was discussing with my chief executive this morning, the town clerk, before I came here, one, immediately after the festival, the next thing is our tourism sector working with the organizer of the festival to ensure that we have the Elgon Festival registered on the tourism calendar of Uganda for as an annual event in this country, that people shall always keep coming there, and during that period of the year, we shall always be expecting a number of incomes from them. One,
A launch for a launch of the festival. We're going to have a lot of dignitaries coming from Uganda and from Kenya that are going to be gracing the event. We'll have speeches from a few of the dignitaries we've invited, and then we'll have a few cultural performances to try and set up for the next day. Most of the people are going to be staying at the Elgon Museum because it's going to also be a camping site, but we're going to have mini cultural performances. We're going to have a Kadodi showdown. We're also going to have a storytelling session on that same day. Then, yeah, we crown it with a DJ performance. Then, on Saturday morning, we'll converge at cricket grounds for the cultural parade. We expect that the cultural parade, we're going to be converging from the cricket grounds from 8 to 9. The cultural parade will set off at exactly 9. We expect that it will take close to 2 hours to reach Mbale's grounds. So from Mbale's grounds is when we shall start with the cultural performances. Every ethnicity is going to present a traditional performance, an instrumental solo, and a dance. Then also they will present to us their beauty queen. So it's going to be various performances from every ethnicity. UA is going to be awarding the winning ethnicities. We are so proud of them that are going to be helping us to do that. So yeah, that's going to be the second. Then around 7 is when we start with our artists. Around 10 is when we have, on the first day, we have Arrow Boy from Kenya, then we have Shiba performing. Then on the next day, that is Sunday, we'll start with, we're going to have a few groups go to these places in the mornings. And then at around 4 is when we start our bullfighting on Sunday. After the bullfighting, we'll have a fashion show. And after the fashion show, we'll give out the awards to the winning ethnicities. Then we have the final concert, which will be crowned by man of Sematino. Yeah, that's how the program is going to look like.
The festival, we are very much humbled as security in the Elgon region to be part of this. Ours is entirely security. Actually, I'm called the Superintendent of Police, Taitika Rogers, because some of you might be wondering who are you. There are those ones who have just come in. Those are my names, and like I said, we are very much humbled to be part of this. Ours is entirely on security, so I'm here to give you the security guidelines ahead of this event. And what I can say is that we are very much ready to secure this event for the 3 days. We are uh, humbly requesting every person who will get involved in this festival, uh, to remain disciplined. All speakers, they are emphasizing on discipline. That is what we want, because when you are disciplined, I think everything will be fine. Like I've told you, our plan to secure this event is already concluded. And I can't, of course, divulge the details about what we are going to do on ABC, but what we want to assure you is that the event must be secured to totality. And we are mindful that there are some criminal individuals who take advantage of such a very big gathering and they want to cause issues. For us, we are very much ready, and we shall not hesitate but to arrest you, because for us we want a secure and a peaceful event where everyone will be free to enjoy. And we are still asking the public that in case of anything, the organizers are there. You need not to seek any assistance from some element, because they are the ones who will end up robbing you. They will be the ones who will end up killing you. So the security will be on the ground, the organizers will be on the ground, even the media per se, you will be visible on the what? On the ground. Let us utilize these different categories of people to see that we secure the event. We are saying security is for all of us. No, the security personnel can't be in all corners. So we are humbly requesting that in case you say something that is not proper, please, you come up very fast to inform the security so that we can have a very quick intervention to address such a situation. The other thing, we have heard that this event is going to attract more than 5,000 people. You get it? And these are people who are coming from different uh, uh, areas of this eastern region. We want also to ask the drivers to remain disciplined on the roads, because it's on record according to our statistics. With the accident, we are losing around 12 individuals per day. That is a very big number. So we want to ensure that we make sure that our people, they travel safely to and back to their respective places. We shall not hesitate to pick those ones who will do the contrary, because our mandate as security, as police, is to ensure that we secure you and the property. We don't have any factory for human beings, so we must ensure that you are what? You are alive and kicking, and that's why we are here to emphasize on the same. It is all about enjoying, it's all about learning. Let us come together, let us enjoy together, let us benefit together until we shall conclude the 3 days peacefully. Like I've moved with the operation chief of the city CPS is here. He will be at the peak of this event. So he's the team leader. He's going to be the team leader for this festival for the 3 days. So I want ideally to coordinate. I want to ask you to coordinate with us so that we can secure this event. The artists you talked about them, they are coming to entertain us. We know that they must also remain responsible. Why am I saying this? We've seen in some other in some other places where they promise ABCD and they don't fulfill it. I think it comes back to the organizers to remind them of their cardinal responsibility and to keep, like, we are talking about culture. Then you bring in things like nudity, anything say which will be contravening the laws of the country. We shall not hesitate, but to remind you to remain responsible. I thank you. I think we can I can give you the microphone back, and I'm still.